Hey guys, hello, welcome. This is the third time I'm filming this bombo clots video, so if I look irritated as hell, it's because I'm feeling awkward because I'm like, I've already said this twice, but it's okay. I filmed this and then I didn't like it because the lighting was horrible, and then I filmed it again and then the audio was horrible. So hopefully all those problems have been solved. And I feel a burp coming. The audio in this are like really bad. I'm sorry. I will work on it and I'll do better next time. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about my journaling ecosystem for 2026. If you are online, especially on TikTok, on the Thought Daughter side of TikTok, you've probably heard that phrase before. It's basically just people, a journaling ecosystem is basically just all the journals that you have and what their purpose serves, what their purpose is, the purpose they serve. It's basically just your journaling system. Okay, that's basically what it is. I feel like it doesn't make sense to say ecosystem because it's like, girl, isn't like eco like environment or something? Greta, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be talking about. Okay, so my first journal. My first journal is my monthly planner and summary. That's what I call it. So this journal is basically where I plan. I just started it because the year just started, but it's where I'm going to be planning all my month and like all the goals that I have for the month. And then at the end of the month, when I'm about to plan for the next month, I'm going to write a summary of all the things that worked, all the things that didn't work, all the things I want to implement, all the things I want to change for the next month. So yeah, that's what this is. I have a couple of goals for January, but I unfortunately feel like I have set myself up and I've over planned. Like, I don't know who this girl thinks she is. She thinks she's Superman or something. I guess I'll show you guys my plans for January. You can pause if you're nosy. But yeah, that's basically it. And something else that I made goes hand in hand with my monthly planner, which is this template that I made. I was gonna pick one of the papers, but it's really far, so I'm just gonna put a picture on the screen. But basically, my weekly planner is where I write down all the things that I want to do every day for the week in like more detail than my monthly planner. So at the top of the page, I'll write down the month that we're in, just in case I forget. Although sometimes a week can be in 2 different months. So yeah, the month, and then in the tiny brackets underneath the days is where I write down the date. And then in those boxes below each day is where I write all the things that I want to do. So yeah, that's basically what I use to plan my days. I have realized I started doing this one, like the weekly planner thing, in late November of last year. I realized it really helps me because writing down my goals or my tasks that I need to do and seeing it like in front of me, like without having to open a book or check through which page I'm on, like just seeing it right there first thing in the morning, it really helps me actually like do what I need to do. Because I don't know, like I tried doing the whole writing my tasks in my notes app. I will never ever check that. Writing it down in a notebook, once the notebook is closed, my mind is like gone, and I don't want to leave my notebooks open like all the time. You know what I mean? It's like it's instinct to just close them. So that's why I decided to do that. So far, it's been working really well. But then again, when I did start it, I was not in school. I was just like doing it to like plan other projects that I'm working on. So I think the best way for me to tell if it's actually effective is when I start school, which is next Monday. So I mean, on Monday. Today is literally Saturday when I'm filming this. So on Monday. So I'll let you guys know probably with time as I film more videos if that's been working. But I feel like it's like so far it's been pretty good, but we'll see. The next journal I'm going to be showing you is this one. This is my commonplace journal. So there's various definitions of what a commonplace journal is. I feel like there's not one specific answer, but the general consensus that I get from all the things that I've seen on YouTube and on TikTok, that's mostly where I've heard it being used, is that it's just a journal for you to write down all the raw random thoughts that you have to kind of just help you figure them out, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a commonplace book. I don't know if what I'm going to be doing on it is commonplace, but what I plan to use it for is just like planning any projects that I want to work on and writing any lists that aren't necessarily like what I need to do today, like any other list. Like let's say for example, in my weekly tasks, one of the things that I need to get done is I need to go shopping for some stationery so I can use my commonplace journal to write down all the stationery I need and what it's for. Or if I want to, like, I remember once I used it for, I was making a magazine for my friend for her birthday, and I was just using it to like write down what I want to include in the magazine and things like that, just like planning. So yeah, it's usually very messy. There's not like a lot of cohesion to a commonplace journal, so that's basically what it's for. But don't take it from me, I'm not like the professional on that. I'm actually kind of new to this consistent journaling thing. Like as a kid, I obviously had a diary. I was like so inspired by Dork Diaries. Like I wanted to be Nikki so bad, but I've never really been one to like sit down and like write what I'm feeling, or like write like, oh, today I had a good day, today I had a bad day. Like I'm sorry, I just can't do that. Like I'm not gonna write that down. Like I'm just gonna talk about it and that's it. Like I'm not about to write all that down. But I feel like the idea of a commonplace is definitely something I can do consistently. Like I already filled up a whole other notebook like this. Also, the thing about a commonplace book is like it's just supposed to be something like kind of ugly. It's not meant to be cute, which is why I'm using this random notebook. I got it from my aunt. I think this is like one of her clients, like companies. And you know how like some companies like make their own notebooks. So she got a couple and she gave one to me. And yeah, that's what I used it for. It's perfect. It's so thick. Like there's so many pages, but it's just really ugly. So that's why I don't mind using it as my commonplace where I just do random stuff. Yeah. Anyway, on the contrary to that, I have this one. Isn't she adorable? This is my YouTube planning journal. So at first I wanted to use this as a scrapbook journal. I can even show you some of the pages that I did. And then I realized that scrapbook journaling, or rather junk journaling, as the girlies on TikTok, they lied to me, okay? Scrapbook journaling, junk journaling is not real. It's not real because you get all your, quote, junk from a perfectly curated Pinterest board, and then you call it junk. You girlies lied to me, because I was like, how is everyone's junk journal so cute? How do you guys have junk journals that are filled to the brim, to the point where you can't even like close it anymore, like this, because it's filled? And then I realized that you girlies are lying. You have Polaroid cameras, you print out pictures that you take with your friends on your cutesy little vacations that you take, and you have perfectly curated Pinterest boards, and you print out pictures from your Pinterest board and stick them in your junk journal, and you have the audacity to call that junk. That is not junk, okay? Like, oh my god. I just feel deceived. I feel tricked because I was like, why is mine so ugly? I'm literally using random stuff and mine is so ugly. You guys are so cute. Why are yours cute and why is mine ugly? And then I realized you're lying. You people are deceiving people. You're telling lies. This is not junk. You cannot find aesthetic pictures, aesthetic PNGs on Pinterest and call that junk. There's nothing junk. Anyway, I guess AI slop is a new junk. AI slop is a new junk, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah. But now I use it for planning for YouTube videos and stuff, just because I feel like I definitely need a whole notebook for this, because there's a lot that goes into, you know, making YouTube videos, at least the kind that I want to make. Like, for example, like, for example, like video ideas, when I want to upload, like kind of like scripts or like talking points, especially if I'm doing a more sit down and talking type of video like this. I need to have like talking points that I don't start like like even right now I'm literally looking at talking points. Like don't be deceived. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you like the TikTok girlies. This is in fact what I use it for. Very, very useful so far. I filled a lot of it up, even though I've only posted like a few videos. But yeah, that's what I use it for. My next one is this one. This is my personal feelings, thoughts, journal. So this actually, as you can tell by the cover, okay, maybe you can't tell, I don't know, but it says 2025. I started this one in January 2025, so it's been exactly a year since I started it. And I used to just use it for like writing like things that I was feeling, an experience that I had. Like today, I actually had such a good day, or today was the weirdest day ever. Like things like that, like straight up like Dear Diary, like straight up like Dork Diaries type of stuff. That's what I used this one for. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't write on this journal often because it's been a year and I haven't even filled it. It's not even halfway through. But when I do write in it, just know that shit went down. Shit went down. But I don't really write in it that often because I just feel like it's a lot of work. Like when I'm really feeling something, it's hard for me to like sit down and like write as you're experiencing it. Like that's just crazy. I just don't believe you. people who do that, yeah, props to you, man. Like, you have to be some kind of genius, because I just rage quit. I cannot tell you the amount of times I have rage quitted while trying to like be a journaling girly, trying to journal. Girl, it's very like tiring. So yeah, that's why I was like, I always thought that journaling, like, it just had to be about you writing about your day or your feelings or your thoughts. And then yeah, I think just having one separately just for that and not giving myself so much pressure to write on that journal is definitely useful. And yeah, that's why I have like multiple now, because yeah, that pressure of just feeling like I have to journal every single day and I have to write about my feelings and my thoughts and what happened to me during that day is like, it's just too much. It's too much, and it's not even necessary. Like, what's the point of the journal if it's making you more angry than you were before? Anyway, yeah, that's basically that. The next journal is, okay, I don't have this journal physically yet, but I have options. I'm going to show you all the options. This journal, I want to use it for creative writing. So I honestly, one of my goals for 2026 is to just like be smarter, not to be a genius, just to be smarter. I want to of course, every year I want to be smarter than I was before. Every day I want to be smarter than I was before. But one of the things that I feel like genuinely people don't talk about enough that will really help is creative writing. Just writing, not writing about yourself, not writing about your thoughts or your day, just writing something creative, something from your imagination, off the dome, you know, coming up with stories, short stories. I think that is actually very useful, and it actually does make you a smarter person. I feel like all these like logical puzzles, like things like Sudoku or chess, they can help you with that. I mean, they of course are beneficial and like they really help you to be smarter, which are things that I picked up last year. I didn't pick up chess. I want to pick up chess this year, but I don't know. I keep saying that. I've said that for the past 2 years that I want to play chess. I don't know where to get started. If you have any advice, you can let me know in the comments. But I really want to learn to play chess. Sudoku I started playing last week, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Like, it's actually fun. It's not just like, it's good for it's definitely good for your brain, but it's also like really really fun. But creative writing, it really does help you to like think, to to think. I don't know. I feel like with logical puzzles, they kind of just like test how quick you are, how sharp you are, which is necessary, of course. But I feel like creative writing helps you to think big and far. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but it just, the ability to like, you have an idea, you're able to explain that idea from beginning to end coherently using metaphors, similes, and other writing techniques where necessary, and even just coming up with good ideas in the first place. That is such a wonderful skill to have, and I feel like creative writing definitely enhances that. It definitely encourages that. So it's something that I really really want to do. I'm gonna try and find prompts. I don't know where I can find them, so if you have any advice on that as well, you can let me know. But I'm trying to find like prompts that like just help you to be a better creative writer, like, and just like writing more stories. I definitely just want to write more stories and just be better at writing and explaining myself. That also goes hand in hand with like, I think it also helps you be a better explainer and be better at talking, you know. So yeah, it's just, I'm very very, that's something I really really want to do. Because I've never done it before, I don't know how consistent I'm gonna be with it, but I hope like it'll pick up. I've not done it yet. I don't even like have a place to start, but at least I have the passion, I have the materials, so eventually I'll start, right? But definitely that needs to happen. Like, that needs to happen. Like, hopefully I should write my first one before the month of January ends. And I know that's a couple of days away, but yeah. Anyway, my final, oh, I think I'm actually done. Oh, I did want to show you guys something else. This is my notebook and my file that I want to be using for school and note taking. I guess now that we're on the topic of like journaling, and journaling is kind of like productivity and self improvement, I guess I'll just show you guys this. But this is what I'm planning to do for my note taking for this semester and hopefully for the rest of the year. But I have this notebook that's just like ruled 200 pages. um I want to be using this when I'm in school, and like, or when I'm in a lecture and I need to take notes, like just any notes, writing anything down that I feel like is important to add in my notes. And then I want to actually like type my notes. I'm going to be typing my notes on Google Docs, and then at the end of every month I'll be printing them out and putting them in my file. I feel like that's honestly a really neat way, literally and figuratively, like neat way to note take. And also it just looks better. Instead of having like 5 notebooks for all my 5 units, it would just look so much better if I just like have them all in one file printed out. And the thing for me when it comes to note taking, which I think ties into why creative writing is very essential for me, is like note taking really irritates me because I find it so hard to just like sit down and write notes and like actually have notes that are useful and will actually help me understand the concept when I'm writing them down physically with pen and paper. At least when you're typing, you can like refer to other sources, you can copy paste, you can backspace, and it still looks neat. When it comes to writing pen and paper, you have to know exactly what you're trying to say for it to be neat and for the notes to actually be useful for like studying. So that's why I've just decided to do my notes digitally this time. Last semester I was writing notes in a notebook and then I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, wait, like actually these notes are horrible and they don't help me. So yeah, I'm gonna be typing them and then printing them out and putting them in a file. It even looks neater. I don't know. To me, it does. And who knows? I could probably fit like 2 semesters of notes in here, depending on how much I write. But yeah, that's something else I wanted to include since we're on the topic of journaling and productivity. And yeah, that's actually all the journals that I have, all I'm planning to use for journaling for 2026. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the third fucking time I'm filming this video, so this better turn out good. Yeah, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave me any tips if you feel like any of my journaling is not like, it's kind of like, oh, okay, girl, that's what you want to do. Okay. And yeah, I never know how to end videos. I don't know how people like can like talk. I never know what to say at the end. But thanks for watching, and I hope you are interested, and I hope you fucking liked it. Fuck, I don't. Get out of my face. Get out of my face.